Throughout history, many leaders have faced the threat of assassination, and U.S. presidents are no exception. Join us as we explore the top 10 failed presidential assassination attempts. Number 10. Harry S. Truman. In 1950, President Truman was staying at Blair House, the temporary White House, while the real White House was undergoing renovations. Two Puerto Rican nationalists, Oscar Collazo and Griselio Torresola, attempted to storm the residence in a bid to draw attention to Puerto Rican independence. Torresola mortally wounded a White House police officer before being killed by another officer. Collazo was injured and captured. President Truman, who was taking a nap, was awakened by the gunfire but remained unharmed, thanks to the bravery of the Secret Service and the Capitol Police. The incident underscored the ongoing tensions between Puerto Rican nationalists and the U.S. government. Truman later expressed his relief that no more lives were lost and continued to support a measured approach to Puerto Rican self-governance. Number 9. Andrew Jackson. On January 30th, 1835, Richard Lawrence attempted to shoot President Andrew Jackson outside the Capitol building after a funeral. Lawrence believed that Jackson's policies were harming him financially and that he was entitled to the presidency. Miraculously, both of Lawrence's pistols misfired. Jackson, known for his fiery temper and combat experience, attacked Lawrence with his cane until he was subdued by onlookers, including Congressman Davy Crockett. The incident highlighted the rudimentary nature of firearms at the time and Jackson's indomitable spirit. Lawrence was found not guilty by reason of insanity and spent the rest of his life in a mental institution. Jackson, despite the close call, continued his presidency with an even more robust determination. Number 8. Gerald Ford. In September 1975, President Ford faced two assassination attempts in California. First, by Lynette "Squeaky" Fromm, a member of the Manson family, occurred in Sacramento. Fromm approached Ford with a .45 caliber pistol, but was quickly restrained by Secret Service agents before she could fire. 17 days later, Sarah Jane Moore fired a revolver at Ford in San Francisco. A bystander named Oliver Sipple deflected Moore's arm, causing the shot to miss the president by a few feet. Moore's motivations were rooted in her radical political beliefs and a desire to spark a revolution. Ford continued his public appearances with minimal changes to his security detail, demonstrating his commitment to being accessible to the American people. Number 7. Franklin D. Roosevelt. On February 15, 1933, just before taking office, FDR was nearly killed in Miami by Giuseppe Zangara. Zangara, an unemployed bricklayer suffering from severe stomach pains, blamed his troubles on wealthy politicians and decided to take action. During Roosevelt's speech, Zangara fired 5 shots at the president. Chicago Mayor Anton Kermack was hit and later died from his wounds, but Roosevelt remained calm and composed, helping to reassure the nation during a time of crisis. Zangara was tried and executed for his crimes, showing the swift justice of the era. Roosevelt's poise during the incident solidified his reputation as a strong and unflappable leader, qualities that would define his presidency through the Great Depression and World War II. Number 6. Theodore Roosevelt. On October 14, 1912, while campaigning in Milwaukee as a third-party candidate, former President Theodore Roosevelt was shot by John Schrank, a delusional saloon keeper who believed the ghost of President McKinley had told him to kill Roosevelt. The bullet was slowed by a steel glasses case and a 50-page folded speech in Roosevelt's pocket. Despite being wounded, Roosevelt insisted on delivering his 90-minute speech, famously beginning with, "Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know whether you fully understand that I have just been shot." Roosevelt's determination to continue his speech showcased his remarkable resilience and dedication to his campaign, earning him even greater respect and admiration from the public. Number 5. George H.W. Bush. In 1993, a plot to assassinate former President George H.W. Bush during a visit to Kuwait was uncovered. Iraqi intelligence was behind the plan, which involved a car bomb intended to kill Bush during a ceremony commemorating the liberation of Kuwait. The plot was foiled by Kuwaiti and U.S. authorities, who intercepted the bomb and arrested the conspirators. This incident led to a retaliatory missile strike on Iraqi intelligence headquarters by the Clinton administration. The thwarted assassination underscored the ongoing geopolitical tensions and the lengths to which adversaries would go to target U.S. leaders. Bush continued to advocate for international cooperation and security, undeterred by the threats against him. Number 4. Bill Clinton. On September 12, 1994, Frank Eugene Corder attempted to crash a Cessna 150 into the White House. Corder, who was struggling with personal issues, stole the plane and flew it into the restricted airspace over Washington, D.C. The plane struck the South Lawn, but Clinton was not in the building at the time. Corder was killed in the crash. The incident raised significant concerns about airspace security and led to the establishment of stricter no-fly zones around the White House. This incident highlighted the evolving nature of threats to presidential security in the modern era. The event led to increased vigilance and enhanced protective measures for the White House and its occupants. Number 3. Richard Nixon. In 1974, Samuel Bike attempted to hijack a plane with the intention of crashing it into the White House. Bike, who had a history of mental health issues and felt disillusioned with the government, boarded a Delta Airlines flight at the Baltimore-Washington International Airport with a .22 caliber pistol and a suitcase bomb. Bike killed a policeman and stormed the cockpit, but the plane never left the gate. After a standoff, he was shot by police through the cockpit door and later died from his injuries. The incident highlighted vulnerabilities in airport security and led to significant changes in aviation protocols. Bike's drastic actions were a stark reminder of the lengths individuals might go to in expressing their discontent. Following the incident, airport security measures were scrutinized and significantly tightened to prevent such attempts in the future. Number 2. Ronald Reagan. On March 30, 1981, John Hinckley Jr. shot President Ronald Reagan outside the Washington Hilton Hotel. Hinckley, obsessed with actress Jodie Foster, hoped to impress her by assassinating the president. Hinckley fired 6 shots, hitting Reagan, Press Secretary James Brady, a police officer, and a Secret Service agent. Reagan was hit by a ricocheted bullet that lodged in his lung, missing his heart by inches. He was rushed to the hospital and underwent surgery. Reagan's quick recovery and return to duty boosted his public image and demonstrated his resilience and determination. The incident also led to the Brady Handgun Violence Prevention Act, named after James Brady. Reagan's humor and composure during his recovery endeared him further to the American public. Reagan's ability to bounce back from the attack reinforced his image as a strong and capable leader. Number 1. Abraham Lincoln. While Lincoln is famously remembered for his assassination by John Wilkes Booth, an earlier attempt on his life is less known. In 1864, Lincoln's hat was shot off while he was riding to the Soldiers' Home, a summer retreat. Despite the threats, Lincoln continued his mission to preserve the Union, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to his cause. These 10 incidents remind us of the constant dangers faced by those who hold the highest office in the land. Their survival often depended on quick thinking, bravery, and sometimes sheer luck. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating historical insights.